Look at that rat's nest. What up? You'll find me there, buddy. Come on. Let's do it. Look. It's my pile of RG-400. I'm gonna try this out. I don't know how talkative I'll be, but it's late and I'm trying to focus a bit and get some jobs done. But I might find it extremely annoying here in a very short while. But I may try to play some music in my ears. I haven't been able to listen to music. I've done I've done it on a few occasions. I went back to it, but I have to ignore you guys in order to do that. And kind of don't want to do that because it's kind of rude. Oh, let me grab some ends real quick. I'll get on the comments in just a second. Get on it. Oh, I think I'm gonna. Oops, I'll get that later. My bad. Just in case I'm out of heat shrink, I'll grab some more. I think I can zoom in on this now. It'll be fine. And I got a graveyard of stuff I got to clear out. Kind of music? I don't really care, to be honest. I listen to pretty much everything as far as genre goes. But just to be quite honest, I haven't probably listened to anything outside of Christian music in, I don't know, probably 8, 9 years, something like that. Uh, I just figured out that a lot of the other music was kind of bringing me down, and I could not figure out what the heck was that was killing me. All right. Yeah, I can't focus. I like the music, but I can't focus. All right. What's up, Deuce? Waving a hand, man. As much as I'd like to jam up some music, I cannot focus and talk to you guys and have that thing blast in my ear. Yeah, man, I've got all of them. That's great. I already had what I needed. So I can set this aside. No, I'm gonna use two of these because they match. Yeah, this one will match with that one. That'll be fine. Take this one off. We'll use it somewhere else. Let me get in Facebook real quick. I've got my chat actually figured out right now, so I don't really actually have to be in here, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I do not like missing you guys. Contrary to popular belief, I kind of like you guys. Nah, you guys are great. It's slow. What's going on here? Make sure I pause the video. Am I dropping frames? Yeah, I'm dropping frames. Hang on a second. What do I need to do to stop dropping frames? Maybe I need to. Yeah, this is kicking my frames. Hang on a second. Come on, open it up. All right, kill that thing altogether. My drop frames back. What's the point of my channel? I build coax. So I'm an RF supply company. So I supply RF components. This bird meter over here. This slug right here. I've got, like I said, coaxes that I'm building right here. Most of what I've been doing for quite some time is tutorial videos to show you guys how to do this yourself. I've been doing it for quite a while. The goal is to get people interested in RF If you don't know what RF is, the same stuff that you use with your cell phone. It's the same stuff, excuse me, the same signals that come in on your cell phone. It's the same thing here on AM/FM radio. If you've ever talked on a walkie-talkie, it's the same kind of stuff as that. That's RF in general. If you've ever had an MRI done, if you've ever had a CAT scan done, all that stuff is, well, what the heck? MRI, the RF imaging. Technically, both of those are RF signals. Uh, yeah. If you've ever used a microwave, you've used RF signals. All right, let me get back in here and see if I can hop in. It looks like my drop frames are not dropping anymore. So see if I can hop in here. As soon as it starts dropping frames again, we will give up. My internet should be good, but you never know. If it starts telling me I'm dropping more than 3.6%, that's what I got to remember. We'll keep my eyeball on that. Pause the video. Make sure we get the comments over here on TikTok. There we go. TikTok, guys. What's up? What's up, Patrick? What's up, George? What's up, everybody? What's up, Bushog, man? Waving a hand, man. I've got a little pile over here. One and dang it, two. Ta-da. Most likely that'll turn into Monday, just because what all I got going on right now. I got to finish some 1/2-inch flex. I got some more 1/2-inch flex right here that I'm going to be working on. And you guys will see how that works. Am I familiar with the strength of USB-C cable length? Yes. There'd be a couple of questions I would have for you on what exactly you're asking, but yes, I'm quite familiar with USB-C and things like that. Let's pull this up over here, drag that over there. There, put this to. So I'm trying to pull up the comments, guys. Give me just a second. Ever use lead sheeting to shield RF from vehicle ECMs? You could, but there's no need. The intensity that you're looking for, what's called a MEV rating. A MEV rating for knocking out RF is going to be extremely small. When you start trying to knock out like gamma radiation and X-ray radiation, that's a whole different story. That stuff is significantly more. Am I dropping more frames? 2.8%. I'm not dropping any more. This is staying. Pause. So no, there's no real need to do any sort of lead shielding. You can do RF protection. You can do counterpoise work. You can do other things to make your system perform well, but no real need to do any sort of lead shielding or anything like that. Lead is for gamma and X-ray radiation. That's what it generally is for. But I'm going to move these up here. Go ahead and finish this 1/2-inch flex right here. So my caliper is right here. I have a dilemma. I don't know if I can help with that or not. I am an RF company. I am not necessarily an electrical company, but I can give you some advice. Maybe try to help you along on your journey. What's up, Shane? Waving a hand, man. Oklahoma, Texas Red Dirt. Hope you're doing well over there, Deuce. Appreciate you, man. Next event I'm going to be at, just so you guys know, it'll be the Wolfman Swap Meet on October 25th. I will be giving away one of the digital bird meters right here, and also a digital bird meter movement. So if you guys want it, like I said, they will be given away. Pause that video won't go right. Let me get over here. So if you guys, like I said, want a digital meter, I should be able to pull it down right here for TikTok to be able to see. It does peak, it does average, it does 100 UA, it does 30 UA, it does all kinds of cool stuff. We'll talk about more of that stuff later. But that is going to be in Carnesville, Georgia, October 25th on the 4th Saturday in October. There's going to be multiple other giveaways and raffles. So if you guys get a chance, please attend. You cannot win those bird peak meters, the digital bird meters, if you do not attend the event. I try to donate to every event. This event, I'm kind of doing it in a different way, but it's basically just trying to give back to the event and try to get you guys to show up. And I'll make it worth your while. Like I said, that's if you buy this from me right here, it's $525, and if you buy 1 meter itself, it's $320. That is, what is it, $845 worth of stuff. Yes, I can make PL259 on this end and do split feed on the other side if you want it. I also do connector-based split feeds. I've done them for quite some time over the years. So yes, I can do that. Absolutely. So let's see right here. What questions? More questions. What's up, T-Bone? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Micro USB to USB cable on the camera on top of my house running 30 feet to power, part 1. Okay, let's listen for the rest of this conversation. All right, so we need to start the thread right here on the base of this. Let me zoom in real quick so you guys on YouTube land can see, and Facebook too. Is that looks like I'm dropping some frames. Guys, let me know if anything's going on with the camera footage, if it's dropping any frames or getting sketchy. And also let me know if this is focused properly. It looks like it's pretty well focused. As far as TikTok, let me go over here. Let's see what you guys are seeing over here. I think we're pretty good. Let's zoom in a smidge. I think you guys would like a closer up view. What do you guys think on TikTok? You want to be a little closer? I'm zooming in. I think you guys might like me if I did that. That's not that far away, to be honest. I think I'll stick with that view because I move around a bit, and we don't want to knock you guys out of the frame. All right, so things sketchy sometimes. I'm using the tiniest little computer over here. If anything is slow on the internet, please let me know, and I can close out some of these windows and try to get my processing speed back. Quality other night was awesome. That's great to know. I'm gonna try to go back and read your questions about that USB. Give me just a minute though. We gotta make progress while we're doing it. I can talk all I want, but gotta make sure I'm working too. It fails after a few minutes. Do you recommend a booster cable or something else to make it work? So if it is a USB Type-C, 30-foot cable on it, you just need to get power delivery 3.0 is what the goal is there. And if you can't make that work, what you need to do is get a pass-through charger. So what you would do, get something like this right here. So this is made by a company called Anchor. And what this is this has a charge function and a pass-through function. So you could charge it and pass power through it at the same time. Also, you get another one of these right here. This one right here is a Samsung charger. It's a fast charger. You can use, careful. Thought I set it on the corner. USB-C here, USB-C here. You could charge on this one and you could pass through power here. You need pass-through power is what you need. So put a USB power delivery, probably 3.0 or something like that, capable USB-C charger up there near wherever you're powering your device, and set it up on pass-through charging. That's all you got to do. And if you get a nice one with like a digital display like this, you can see how many watts are going out versus how many watts are coming back, or being charged, like recharging it. What happens a lot of times is you'll see a lot of drop in a circuit, and it just won't be enough. So, but that's the way I would do it if it was me. I would have a battery pack up there as my supplementary power, so I don't have too much voltage drop over a long run of length. What's up, wheelchair? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you, man. Anthony, thanks for the share. Questions. Yeah, you guys answered it. I asked it all. That's fine. More questions, it's fine. Anything you guys want to know, if it's about RF theory, definitely give me a shout. This stuff right here is generally used on your cell phone towers. So if you have a cell phone in your hand, there's a good chance that at some point in the past probably 6 months or so, or less, depending on which area you're in, that your signal for your cell phone has passed through this cable right here. Now they have moved a lot of it over to fiber, but they still have to have these short cable runs up top. Let me get my stuff over here. If you guys are curious, feel free to ask, where do I put that unit inside or plug it up at the camera outside? Plug it up at the camera outside. You want to keep it as close to the camera as possible. You don't want it down there at the base. You're trying to eliminate voltage drop. So you just need, like I said, just a USB-C battery pack, and you want to put that thing up top. They make some USB-Cs and they're weatherproof, but you just need to get a weatherproof box for it. It's what you need to do. And then hook up back up to your camera. Do I know CB radios? Yes, I'm familiar with CB radios. I'm familiar with HF radios and all sorts of other types of radios. So yes, I am familiar. I don't work on them though. Let's just say that through my RF supply is not somewhere I work on my equipment. If you need suggestions and advice and stuff like that, though, I can help with that. Let's get this thing down a little bit lower. I gotta be careful or I'll cut my finger. Oh, no wonder. So it's pretty important when you're setting this up that it has a chance to thread properly, because this is a spiral helix design, the way it's set up. And you got to make sure it threads down that spiral. Cool. Yeah. If you want advice, like I said, feel free to comment in here, ask whatever questions you'd like, and I will do whatever I can to help you. All right, we deburred, we clean that off. I'll leave this one. That one's a smidge more dirty. This one's nice and clean. Not that it really matters. It's going on the same application. But I just like to keep the same with the same. All right. So what I'm doing is putting 7/16 DIN connectors on this right here. So if you're not familiar with 7/16 DIN connector, that is a true 50 ohm connection for one, and two, it is higher power handling than what your UHF or PL259 connector is, or your N connectors, if you're not familiar with either one of those. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks, guys, for clicking the like on the video if you enjoy what you're watching. If you like it enough, feel free to follow me. Hopefully, this is some content you might enjoy. If you're confused and don't know what the heck you're looking at, comment in here and I will absolutely try to help put you on the right track so you understand what we're talking about. Power lines everywhere around my house, house antenna interference. So if you have interference near you, it wouldn't be the power lines most of the time. if you're asking if power lines will cause interference, no, they typically don't. EMI and RFI interference is typically from what's called a superimposed signal coming in. So something superimposed is generally something that has harmonics in it. So it can start down from 60 hertz, or it can start from 7 megahertz or 10 megahertz or whatever. It just has to have a severe amount of harmonics in it in order for it to make noise or cause you problems. What if I brought asthma, high power TX on C? Asthma? If you had asthma, asthma will not, as far as having high power on, say, a CB band, 11 meter upper HF range, it's not going to cause you any sort of problems. The only thing that will happen is you'll have local area heating. So if you say I use this coax right here specifically on, say, upper HF, 30 megahertz or so, something like that. If you physically touch that center conductor, yeah, sure, you're going to get burnt. It's going to burn you right at the dermis layer of the skin, right up underneath the epidermis. But is it going to cause long-term health effects or anything like that? Absolutely not. If you're even a couple inches away, it's not going to cause any sort of heating effect to your body or anything like that, because you're a non-resonant link. So there is nothing that you can really do to hurt yourself. When you start getting into heating and other issues as far as direct energy kind of stuff, you start having to get up to about 400 megahertz for that to be a problem. If you want to get into the cancerous kind of stuff, you have to get well beyond the RF spectrum and hit into the X-ray and gamma ray radiation. Significantly higher in the wavelength spectrum, because it is an electromagnetic signal, or electromagnetic, it's on the electromagnetic spectrum. This is both ends right here, UHF male on this side right here. Excuse me, 7/16 DIN male on that side, and 7/16 DIN male on that side. That's how it's set up right there. So I'm going to read the rest of your comments and see if we can follow from there. 600 watts. Yeah, no, there's, unless you have common mode current or you have some serious harmonics, you're not going to mess with any real other electronics, whether it be an asthma, whether it be a pacemaker, whether it be anything. It's just not really a thing. Harmonics are the things you want to try to knock out. You need a spectrum analyzer or someone with a spectrum analyzer. Once you know what a spectrum analyzer does, is it spreads your signal, whatever signal you're producing. If it's a telephone signal off your telephone right here, because it has a radio in here. If it's your AM FM signal coming into your car, if it's anything, doesn't matter what it is. If you could take that signal and you could spread it out over a wide range of frequencies and see where that power is, the most of the power is being produced. Like, say there's a big spike right here and there's no other power anywhere else. That is called a spectrally pure signal. But if it's spike here and then spike, 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 spike on all kinds of other frequencies, that means you would have harmonics introduced into the system. And that is where you can affect other electronics and things like that and make things malfunction and not work properly. So if you eliminate common mode current, and also if you eliminate harmonics, then you can make any RF signal clean. Doesn't matter what it is. What brand of heat shrink do I prefer? Used any off Amazon? No, I have not. I generally will use like 3M most of the time. But all of my connectors, if you're buying my 7/16 DIN connectors, will come with a heat shrink included. So there, you'll see me put some 7/8 on, or excuse me, some a 1/2 inch hardline together, and it will not have any heat shrink on it. So it just depends on what the manufacturer includes. If they include heat shrink, I'll put it on. If they don't include heat shrink, I will not put it on. Not to say that it couldn't be used as an added precaution. It's just not used by the manufacturer, so I don't provide it. on other coaxes. So you won't see me using it on like the UHF PL259 connectors over here. You won't see me using it on my UHF male and stuff like that on some of my other connectors. In the future, I may grab just a bunch of heat shrink. I have heat shrink for other purposes, but not specifically for covering up the connector, the termination of a wire at the moment. Thank you, 7748. Appreciate you, man. Other questions, guys. Anything you guys want to know? Anything you guys don't understand? Feel free to ask. I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that hop in here a lot and have no clue what I'm doing. And same thing with TikTok, guys. You guys are a little bit better about asking questions. But I don't mind. Anything you guys want to know, ask. There's one, two, right here. It's so aggressive. So there's a reason I do this the way I do. There's a bunch of different ways that you can actually build these in. I build them this way just simply because it reduces the amount of shavings, especially when you're using hand tools. I really like using hand tools because one, I get to build a flange better than what it is with the tool, in my opinion, because I've built it with a tool before. But also, it's so you guys can copy me. You guys can watch these videos for long enough and understand how to do this. I try not to give you guys specific measurements because if you buy a different connector, then it's going to be a different measurement. But I do try to show you guys the concept of how this stuff works. Repertory. Thank you. Amplification. I don't know. I'm not sure if I need to say gracias or I don't know. I wonder if I need to know Italian. At least like the basic words. I got like Japanese, arigato, or no, arigato gozaimasu is, that's thank you very much, or thank you. I mean, you got, in Spanish, it's gracias, thank you. Muy bien's very good, stuff like that, little simple terms. But I need to figure out like basic thank you for everybody on here. But thank you for the follow. Appreciate your repertory. Repartee, I think it's how you say it. 3M's good, but man, it's pricey. Got some from Timco. I haven't used it yet. Timco, I think I've used in the past. It's pretty good. No problems with it that I've seen from what I remember. But Santos Aguilar, yeah, if you want a UHF and split, I can do that for sure. I do that all the time. But thank you guys for the follows. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for tapping the screen. I know on TikTok it's a lot more particular. It wants you guys, like on YouTube and Facebook, I can get one like per person and it's fine. But on TikTok, it wants you guys to be tapping the screen in order for my video to be considered good. So if you guys like the video, feel free to tap the screen a bunch of times. If not, I do appreciate you nonetheless for hanging out. And like I said, thank you guys for the follow. Has a few of you guys in here following me. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you in Italian. Grazie. Yeah, thank you. Grazie. I don't know for sure if he's Italian or not, but it looks Italian to me. That repartee. It's Reparati. What's up? Hey, I'm glad it's fixed there, Whiskey Man. That has been a hot minute since I talked to you. We got the OG Whiskey Man in here. Mr. 222. No. 222. 222. Whiskey Man. I actually did. Yeah, there's a bird meter over here. Oh, yeah. Bird. Right there. That's bird with peak. And digital. And that is bird regular right there. Yes, sir. That's for the guys on TikTok and Facebook. All right, so let's so yeah. Oh yeah, forgot. Pete, what I did was I boosted it by like 4.5 dB. So that is good news. I'm glad to hear. Actually, audio, audio. It's actually not. It's on a whole different mic. There, whiskey man. As soon as I hook back up to these, I bet you won't like it. I don't actually know what microphone I'm currently on. Thank you, George. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Wheelchair. Appreciate you guys for hanging out on TikTok. Yes, I've shipped bird meters to Australia and New Zealand already. I've got a couple quotes out to um, uh, several places. I had a bunch of guys asking from all over. So yes, I can ship wherever. I do ship internationally. I have shipped internationally, and I have no problems with doing so. Yeah. I'm the ship says no. I'm only so it's not like you're just getting something sight on. So it's not like you're just getting something sight unseen. But I like to stand behind what I do as far as the work that I do, the equipment that I sell, and things like that. And I can't do that if I don't test it personally. So it takes me a little bit longer to get some of my stuff out. Like I'm not shipping next day and stuff like that for a lot of these guys. So it's not been as disrespect to you guys to not deliver your product super fast. But it's also it's meant to make sure that I'm ensuring the highest level of quality that is leaving my shop. So whatever leaves my shop will represent me, and will have my name behind it. Hey Jason, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you, man. Website is dwinsrfsupply.com. So dwinsrfsupply.com. That's my website. I think I'm trying to do a TikTok shop, but TikTok decided it just did not want to approve my shop for whatever reason. I don't really know why, to be quite honest with you. All right. You got to get it started and threaded right to start with, or else that burger will never line up. Every once in a while, these burgers like to kick up like this on the older revision. Not like it's super critical. But yeah, thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate all you guys. You guys are great. Uh, I get sometimes it comes in spurts. A bunch of you guys follow at once, and other times it's just a long, slow trickle over time. But I appreciate every one of you guys that hop in and decide to like my stuff enough to follow me. It is awesome. I appreciate y'all. You guys that follow are the reason I make these videos. Now, I do like the fact that other guys just watch the videos. I appreciate all you guys too. But the ones who follow are constantly coming back and constantly asking for more. So I really especially appreciate that. All right, more thing. We're still waiting on the FTX1 here in Australia. I've had one ordered and paid for 2 months. Jeez. Brave season's over. I'll be more regular again. I'm going to need a forward and reflect meter and another single for driver input. Be in touch. Yeah, sounds great, man. For sure. I've got the digital and I've got the regular, so you can go digital or analog. What's up, Hollywood? Waving a hand, man. I don't know why it doesn't show me your comment over here, but I see. Oh, there it is. It showed up there. That's funny. My actual chat on my other thing is faster than the actual Facebook itself. That's pretty funny. All right, drop frames are good. It says my frames are good. It does seem like no. Yeah, it seems like the video on my feed is a little choppy when I see my hands moving around. Did you guys see that, or do y'all guys seem that being a problem? What's up, Mike? Waving a hand. I don't know what Mike this is, but hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for hanging out over there on YouTube land. Ooh, man, that thing. Ooh, this thing. I don't get irritated much, but that stinks. I spent a lot of time trying to get this to line up. So we're gonna back up and punt. We don't have to redo everything, but just this piece right here. Nothing wrong with it. It's just putting the heat shrink on. But man, that connected so well. That was working very, very well. I'm gonna clean up just a smidge because when you pull it off like this, there's a bit of residue, not much, but enough to irritate me. Nice. All right, cool. There we go. Woodchuck, waving a hand, Woodchuck. Hope you're doing well, man. Best length to cut RG-213 between 12 and 18 foot. The best length, if you gave me a length between those two lengths, I would pick 12 over 18. There is absolutely some nuance to that. What I would recommend to do more than just cut a specific length is I would cut the velocity factor. Velocity factor is not a length. It's not a physical length. It's an electrical length. Uh, Months. It's smooth here in Australia. Awesome. Good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Super roost mat. Super roost mat. Yeah, that is silver shielded RG400. It's double shielded. It is silver plated copper. I had a stroke 3 weeks ago. Slow recovery. Dang, man. Well, I will absolutely be keeping you in my prayers there, Woodchuck. Hopefully everything works out well for you, man. Yeah, it's definitely not the strokes are not fun. My grandmother had a stroke and my father had a stroke, so definitely you don't play with them things for sure. Ivo Saw, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, man. Mike, if you got questions over there on YouTube land, feel free to ask anything you want. I'm finishing up, like I said, so a 7/16 DIN connector right here on this 1/2 inch flex. If anybody wants an idea of how flexible 1/2 inch flex is, I'll show you real quick. I've got some a long piece of it right here. Nothing super long, but just something to show you guys. So I got a piece of 1/2 inch flex, right? You get an idea. You're like, okay, well, I wonder how much that thing flexes. Well, it flexes like that, right? Okay, it's okay. It'll hold up. It'll do fine. But it'll do better than that. So the tightest you can really get, you can't really go that tight. You got to go a little bit easier than that. It's about like this right here, about a 4 inch bend radius. But 1/2 inch flex is super, super flexible in comparison. 1/2 inch hard line, significantly less. I wish I had a long enough piece to show you guys how unflexible it is. I mean, it is flex. It'll flex like, I would say 12 inch or so bend radius, something like that. But it will not flex like 1/2 inch flex does. All right. So this one and one of these jumpers right here. Whoop, not this one. This one right here. this is the whole completed harness for this gentleman right here. He got 2 pieces of 7/16 ends and 1 RG-400 jumper. He will get packed up today, and I will try to ship him out. I'll probably try to label him out and ship him out tomorrow. Awesome, man. Copy the beep. Be back soon, man. I'll be needing an 1 5/8 with a dual line section. Well, I have a fancy one for you right here. This is a triple line section, 1 5/8 right there. So that one's pretty cool. Also, if you wanted to run an 1 5/8, this meter right here will also work off of a regular 30 UA and off of the 100 UA that the 1 5/8 line sections run off of. Also, if you're getting a hankering and you just don't want to buy that from me and you just want something better or different, right back, wrong way. Back there, I have multiple 1 5/8 line sections set up, large bird meters. And then I can go up here and every one of those will work with 1 5/8. Of course, it's blurry, but I don't really feel like refocusing the camera. So that is all I'm doing there. So for the TikTok guys that didn't get to see what I just said, I don't want to be a dirtbag to you guys. Would you give me a break? TikTok will not give me won't leave me alone. I keep saying it. You can see all the bird equipment I got. All that's for 1 5/8. All that's for 1 5/8. That's for regular bird 43 stuff. Bird 43 stuff, that can be a multi-purpose right there. So yeah. TikTok hates it when I give people my daggum website. But I can't, I mean, it's not really fair on TikTok because my daggum it won't take my stuff. So I don't know. I can't beg TikTok to take my stuff. I'll just have to complain. They literally won't take my TikTok shop application. So I'm happy to set up a TikTok shop. I don't care. Anything to make my life easier. Hello, sir. What is this for? This is right. All the bird meters are for reading RF power measurements. So if you wanted to know what RF is, it's the same thing they have on your AM FM radio. It's the same signals that your cell phone gets right here when you got 5 bars. That's RF signal coming to you. Your Wi-Fi signal is RF signal coming to you. And this right here gives you the ability to measure that. I don't know if you can see it on TikTok or not. So there are slugs. This is 25 to 60 megahertz. I can also go with this one right here. This will read 400 to 1,000 megahertz. If I want to get fancy, I can go up to this one right here. This will do 1.7 to 2.2 gigahertz right here. So it just depends on what frequency you want to operate it on. All I got to do is swap the element out and we will be able to use that. Let me grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me grab 8 connectors real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wasn't really trying to badger you too much, Mike. Sorry about that. That was mainly for everybody else that doesn't know what we're talking about and what we're doing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 connectors in here, and we'll start putting these on real quick. If you guys would like me to zoom in on the camera angle, definitely feel free to ask. It does not hurt my feelings at all. But like I said, this stuff is to measure RF signal, and this stuff right here is to transmit RF signal from point A to point B. It's a feed line. So I need this and this. So let me grab some zip ties. They're sitting right here. There they are. My zip ties are right there. So what I like to do, this wire's got a very low friction coefficient. So if you hold it as tight as you can and you pull, you can't hold on to it. It's too slippery. You would not want to use this as a life-saving rope. You would die. But if you're trying to run it through plenums and stuff like that, it's commonly used in aviation and aeronautics. So you'll see it used in airplanes and things like that. So it's good to have it flexible there because the airframe is flexing as you're moving up and down in altitude. Uh, thank you guys. I appreciate all you guys. You guys are awesome. Uh, like I said, you guys got more questions, we'll talk about it and we'll explain how this stuff works. Somebody asked earlier if this is silver wire right here. It is silver wire, but it's silver plated. That's the way it's set up. So whenever you have a wire like this, let me go over here to TikTok. What am I doing? I just wanted to check your guys' camera angle real quick, see what it looks like. You're zoomed out a little bit, but it should be fine. If you guys want to zoom in a little closer, feel free to ask and I'll zoom you in. So this is a double braided wire right here. So you got two braids that's on here to shield that wire properly to make sure all that RF travels through the wire and not outside the wire. All right, so now that that's nice and separated, what we do from there is fan that wire back and push it back out of our way. Kind of like brushing your hair back. Get it out the daggone way. Thank you, user 471-622-320-4720. I appreciate the follow. And yes, I just did, I did do that number just on purpose to screw around. Will be my first time using inch and 5/8. Do you still cut? Yes, I can cut any coax or any connections to velocity factor. Absolutely. That's fine. If somebody wanted a comparison, somebody was talking about getting some inch and 5/8, I'll give you an example. This is RG-400 coaxial cable. This is inch and 5/8 coaxial cable. This is actually a fairly large connector for RG-400. This is a normal connector for inch and 5/8. So that gives you an idea what we're talking about real quick. So if you guys didn't know. So let's put this on here. Let me move this inch and 5/8 out the way. But yeah, I can cut any coax to velocity factor. Can also do phased match cables and stuff like that. Anybody who wants it. Thank you, Popcorn. Appreciate you hopping in there and holding some popcorn and checking out the video. If you guys were not here, I would not be motivated to do the work. So I absolutely appreciate all of you guys. You guys are literally the exact reason I'm out here right now. Otherwise, I would be not as motivated, not getting quite as much done. Because it is already on into the evening here. So now that I've got this ready, I need to go ahead and cut my zip tie back. Get it out the way. It's just sacrificial zip tie. And then I'm going to slide this reducer up. I want to hold this still and I want to drive that reducer up into that base and get a good bite on that shield. All right. I wish I could see like who was in my Facebook and stuff like I used to could. Facebook's all was pretty cool when you're like in the Facebook and you can see who all's there. Mine, I can see how many people's there, but I can't see who all specifically is there. So if you wanted to speak up, you can feel free to say hello and say what's up. If you don't want to, you can hide out and hang out incognito all you want, but don't hurt my feelings, man. Same thing for YouTube and TikTok. Now, TikTok, you guys are getting called out. See, I see George, I see Brandon, I see Fred, I see Fearless, I see Popcorn, Sergeant Hustle, Eddie. I see all you guys hopping in and out. So I do appreciate all you guys that are choosing to stay and check out the video. We're going to solder now, so I'll show you guys how to do that. I need to go ahead and kick my iron up real quick. It's on standby. So I've got stuff getting wrapped up over here. So it's important to clean the tip of your iron. See, it's got a little bit of dirtiness right here. So what I'm going to do is I've got a little bit of residual water left over from Tuesday's live. That's kind of surprising. I put a bunch of water on it though. And now what you want to do is you want to heat up the source, hold the iron on the source, and then you want to add the solder to the source. Now, if you have to, because this is such a small hole, I have to actually hit some solder to the iron. That's not really the priority. The priority is to actually hit on the source. You can watch it wick in. Still got your eye on me. Appreciate you, Pete, man. I actually, like I said, I have a different microphone hooked up, and just for you, I'm not even going to hook up these other microphones right now because it'll make it go quiet on you. How is the audio on everybody? It's been on Facebook. Anybody who's in here on Tuesday's live, how is the audio in comparison? Because I had been using these, I can't really show you, these microphones right here that are hooked to me. And they work good for when I'm out in loud areas and things like that, for picking up just who's talking and stuff. But Whiskey Man specifically has had a hard time hearing me. And I boosted the audio for him. So he says it's fixed. What do you guys think? What am I reading with Bird 43? I can read whatever with a Bird 43. I've got this set up right here on the test bench right here. So if I set this down right here, I think TikTok can see it just fine anyway. But this right here can read peak. It can read your maximum, your minimum. It can read your deviation. It can read an instant output. It can read your average. I can go into the menu right here. I can go to, what is that? Measure. I can change the range right here to 2x or to 4x. So it'll read 4 times the element's power. So if I take this 500 watt element right here and I put it in place, now I can measure between 500 watts average and 2000 watts average, or 500 watts peak to 2000 watts peak, all with 1 meter, just because of this digital setup. But I'm not measuring anything right now. I am building equipment to be able to transfer RF power now. Copy the loud and proud. Appreciate you. Teddy's also, or Terry, excuse me. I don't know why I said Teddy. Hollywood also said it's doing good on him. I use tip tinner. This has rosin core on the inside. So yes, I'm using some sort of cleaning compound like a rosin core. But I use, like I said, I don't really use any tinning compound on the tip of the iron. I use the rosin itself will clean my iron. So if I actually have a dirty iron, a lot of times I'll throw some solder on the end of it, and that rosin core will clean up a lot of the impurities and grab it into the solder. And then I just wipe the solder off on my sponge over there, and then I'm starting over with a clean iron. If it gets extremely dirty, I can use a tip cleaner, but I also have manually cleaned the tip. There's no real necessity. As long as you got the plating is still on the end of the tip, it'll do pretty good and work pretty well. So the reason I hit a torch on this is to go ahead and get the connection up to temperature a lot faster than I could if I was to put a torch on it and leave the torch on it. The goal is to get the wire as hot as possible in that local area while not spreading the heat out tremendously, because I don't want all the solder to go to use the force of gravity and go straight down. I want it to fill up each one of these holes and bond around the local area. So I want it to make this whole wire into one big chunk. But it's got multiple access holes. So if I was to heat it up to the point where the solder would wick all the way through from top to bottom, what will happen is it'll just wick right out the bottom hole and it'll never fill up the other holes. So you got to manage your heat when you're doing stuff like this. Can't go too hot, but you also can't go too cold. And cold, I mean like under 400 degrees, not cold as in freezing temperature. All right, so got good responses on Facebook and YouTube land. What has TikTok got to say? Let me take a look at you guys. Nobody else has said anything about the audio on TikTok. Oh, well, never mind. TikTok's got a different microphone anyway. It doesn't really matter. So just hold heat. Like I said, just let that solder wick into that joint. You'll watch it like wick in like you would water onto a sponge. Kind of the same concept. As it liquefies, you want it to go where you're directing it. So that is almost complete. So this is kind of ugly. It's not, it's bonded, but to me, it's ugly. I don't like it. It irritates me. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit more solder right here. Clean this connection up. There we go. Nice and done. Don't touch this with your bare hands. You'll burn the living crap out of yourself. I don't care how good you are at heat. You cannot handle that. You could use induction on some iron and stuff like that. I don't know how well it would work on a brass connection. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. Not sure. The solder I use is going to be Kester. You can use Kester 44. You can use Kester 6337. You can use Kester 6040. The biggest key is just making sure you have a good rosin core. That is the most important aspect of it. Don't be using no acid core on it or something like that. We got somebody that decided to send a message. My bad. Oh, also, I've got some other cool stuff that's going out. I've got this right here. It's going out to its new owner right here. I've already tested it and verified its operation. I've got to do one other thing with a meter. Would you guys like to see a bird meter and how it's set up? If we get enough votes and people say do the bird meter, then I will swap up what I'm doing real quick and hook up a bird meter real quick to show you guys something. Let me put the Bluetooth on the charger real quick. Got some plumbers building coax. Yeah, I know, right? Don't be doing no acid core. We ain't doing no plumbing. If you guys don't ask for me to go to the bird, then I will continue on the coax. Sounds really weird. I just took my earpiece out, and it made my, I don't know, it made me talk different and everything. It was weird. It's like you had like I'm plugging one of my ears. Strange. All right. I'll look for you guys' comments and see what you guys say you prefer. And we'll go with what you guys say. Give us the bird. We got Brett's asking for a bird. We got one vote for bird. There are currently 10, 31, 62 people in here. I gotta have at least 10 votes for the bird for me to swap over. That's a sixth of the population. So if any of you guys would like to see the bird, pop in the comments. Let's see the bird, and I'm happy to show you. Unfortunately, I can't show you the digital, but I will be showing that on Tuesday or excuse me, Monday most likely, but possibly Tuesday. The digital bird add-on, yeah, I know, right? I'd like to show y'all the digital, but I can't get into that just yet. I got a whole video on the digital though, so if you guys have not seen it yet, go check out my lives, look for the digital, and I will show you guys. I'm going to show y'all guys something different. Reading the bird. I'm going to try to get some more votes real quick to make sure. You can also, you can say bird, you can say show us the bird, you can also say the bird's the word. Those are all acceptable answers for swapping over to a bird and showing you guys how that stuff works. For the guys that want to see coax, feel free to hang out, for now at least. I think the bird's worth the watch too, also. When I signed on, all I heard was, if you want to see the bird, just let me know back. That's funny. Digital bird videos on the website, I believe. Not yet. No, I could actually upload the digital meter on the website. Probably should explain how it works and stuff. Add a little add-on video to let everybody watch it and see how the digital works. But I haven't done that yet. I probably should. But no, we're talking about, I've got to do a 1 5/8 bird meter real quick for a customer. And I was asking everybody in the comments there, Grease Monkey, bird's the word, but the bird. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 bird, 4 votes for bird, 5 votes for bird. We got 5 votes for bird. I might give it to y'all guys because you guys are the main ones commenting anyway. 5 out of 10 votes for bird. There's 61 of you guys in here, so all I need is 10 votes, and I'm swapping up. If I can't get 10 votes, I might still swap up anyway because you guys are being patient. Banana. No, we're not showing no bananas. The monkey's showing out. He wants a banana. So it's just going to be a large bird meter itself. I'm not necessarily doing the line section. I actually did hook up that line section the other day. You can see what I did. It's kind of sacrilege. I took a 4-bolt connection and moved it all the way down to a UHF. But I did that so I can measure at the same time as the digital and everything else. 8 live on Facebook. Yeah, I think since I got, I might have 8 on Facebook. I've got 25 on TikTok, and I've got 22 now on YouTube land. So they all over the place, Whiskey Man. No, I'll swap up. I'll show you guys that in a minute. No, I appreciate you hanging out, Grease Monkey Man. You're cool. Copy the 10 now. All right, we'll swap up real quick. Let me finish up this connector, and then we will show you guys the bird. The bird will be the word. The bird. Bird is the word. I got to get stuck in everybody's head. All right, so you got goodies, yeah, I've got quite a few goodies. So if you guys are going to be able to make it, it's there is a swap meet coming up. It's the Wolfman's CB Shop swap meet. It's in Carnesville, Georgia. That is the next event I will be at. This digital bird, I'll be giving away one of them, and I'll also be giving away one of the movements. So a Digital Bird 43 and the Digital Bird movement by itself. I will be giving away one of each. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. It'll be at least a one-person drawing raffle. I might let people buy in for it. 2 votes for a minute. Sorry, you got overruled. We got more votes for birds than banana. Grace Monkey, hang on, I don't have a way to, you don't have a way to check that. Never mind. I actually checked the delay one time, and Facebook had like a 40-second delay where YouTube had like a 10-second delay, and then I think TikTok had like a 3-second delay. So I was doing giveaways, and I felt bad because here I was doing a giveaway for a hat and stuff like that, and other things, and some of the guys on Facebook, they were on point, they were fast because TikTok, I mean, they barely got TikTok out. And then like 4 seconds later, Facebook went off and did the giveaway, and they said the slogan and stuff like that. But they were at a 40-second disadvantage. So even the guys on TikTok were kind of slow in comparison. So anybody, you guys see me start giving away any hats anymore here come towards the end of the year after the break or after the swap meet, then I'm just going to be quite honest with you. TikTok is the fastest way to get to respond. I'm pretty sure at least. YouTube's pretty close. Facebook's faster right now. That's weird, man. That's crazy. YouTube used to be faster. That's wild. I wonder if Facebook did something to their algorithm to speed it up. The swap meet's October 25th. So it's going to be the 4th Saturday in October. I will have, like I said, 2 digital birds I will be giving away. One will be a movement by itself. You can put it in your own custom housing. One will be a completed Bird 43 housing. So if you guys want to win that, like I said, come on into the swap meet. Como que les embaro algo ball. He was asking me a question. Oh no, it kicked me off. My TikTok just died. I'm like, what in the world did I have this weird statement for? And I look, 2,600 viewers. Holy crap! But no, what happens? I didn't pass my puzzle on TikTok. Live again. Go live. So we'll see how it is. What it is. TikTok has exactly 1 hour I can hang out on my live before it kicks me out. And then whenever it does, let's go back over here. Where do I need to go? Home, profile. I'll be done with this in just a second anyway. I'll go to the bird regardless. My closed caption is printing faster than you're hearing me now. I'm probably clicking some stuff over here, so I've got 160 megabits per second or whatever here. But will you hurry up and load? Yeah, I'm getting 1% loss of frames right now because I'm clicking on stuff. But I'm clicking my own live, and I gotta pause the video so it doesn't mess up. I'll be there. Pause. There we go. All right, cool. TikTok's back. I fixed TikTok, but so what happens is about an hour into the TikTok, if I do not post, if I don't pass the puzzle in time, what happens is it will end the whole live video. So it says, sorry, your live has ended, blah, blah, blah. It automatically ends it because it thinks that nobody's there watching the video. It thinks like it might be a fake video, or it might be somebody sleeping on a live, or it could be somebody making a fake, like a video like remotely or something like that. I'm technically making a video remotely. You guys are back there and I'm right here. But yeah, it's whatever. It is what it is. All right, this is getting finished. Let's do a short detour over to a bird for you guys. Way faster than you do. Cool. Nice to know. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Steven. I didn't pass my puzzle, so it kicked me off my live. So I'm glad you found me again. All right, so let's do, wait, let's get a bird meter right here. So we've got, this is done. So let's put that one over there. It'd be fine. I don't care. I can go ahead and unclip these things real quick. Wait a second. 3 banana phone. I will consider the 3 banana vote for future votes. If nobody votes, we will bring a banana. It's like the what do you call it? The Dull Men's Club. They talk about all kinds of stuff on the Dull Men's Club, and then they say banana for scale at the very end. All right, so we still have audio. We're good. So I'm gonna grab some parts real quick, and I'll show you guys how this is done here. Da, 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 da. Set this. Show. Set my stuff right there. And when they read, we've got to see an invoice. We've got an invoice right here. Let me pull it up. Nope, that's not it. Okay, I need 002003 or no, that's not going to work. Let's do 006 is no. I can just use my eyeballs. I can see. Okay, cool. So let's pull this back off real quick and show you guys what we're going to do next. Whoops. Battery dead. Let me grab another battery real quick. Luckily, I have a plethora of these. I am not lacking in batteries. And that one's not dead. Here we go. That's cool. TikTok populated itself back. You guys wanted to see the bird bad enough, maybe. All right. So, this is not the most accurate test that I can do, but it's definitely a test that I can do as an option for people. And I think it's kind of a happy medium for guys that are not getting me to do everything. I like to be as accurate as I possibly can be for people, just because I don't know. It's just my thing. I'm not trying to be like cocky or nothing. Just I like to be accurate. If I can do something to make it more accurate, then I'm going to do it. All right, it's oddball size, but luckily I've got oddball size right here. Mostly, at least. Let's see if this one loads my. Nope. So we're just checking something real quick. Give me a second. Ain't no way that's like a long or something. What should be it? Luckily, I've got that too, but that's my other 10. It's not a 9. Ain't no dang on one. So I got a 9 right here. Yep. it's in between, perfectly in between. So I've got to find a 6 hexagonal wall, 10 millimeter instead of the 10 millimeter that I currently have. Three-eighths. You gotta do 3/8 might be my size, because that'll be just in between. Yep, it's 3/8 on the money. Okay, cool. That's a rusty freaking socket right there. TikToks. I told you, man. Freaking TikTok's nuts, man. If you want to win a daggum giveaway, come to TikTok. I feel sorry for I feel like you guys have like a crazy unfair advantage when I'm giving away like these hats and stuff. Not that one specifically. I've got some updated hats. Also, I'll have some hats and shirts at the Wolfman event. If you guys can make it, I will. If you say the slogan, you will get a hat or you will get a shirt. I'm only going to do about probably, I don't know, 3 or 4. I'll probably do 4 shirts and 3 hats that way. Any of them after that, I'll probably sell them. Not for, I don't know. There comes a point where I just can't afford much more. Like, I like giving stuff away and I like making you guys happy, but I also don't like going broke. So I gotta be reasonable. All right, so let me just turn this around so you guys can see. If you guys want to get one of these from me, I sell these things. This is for the 100 UA meters. So if you want the or the inch and 5/8 meters and stuff like that. So if you want, I have them available. I try to keep them all in stock. I have the digital, of course, RG8X connectors. Yeah, these are for RG8, and then this actually goes down to like RG58. But yes, I have the RG8 option for it too. So I have also, what's the other option I have? I have the RG316 option too. Check this out. See, look at that little bitty hole. That's for little bitty wire. So yes, you can see. Oh, hang on. I'm moving the camera for no reason. Little small camera decided to mess up. So if you look at this one right here, yes, you can. If I'm pretty sure I know what you're asking. So if you look right here for Facebook right here, you can twist this thing that way and you can see reflect. Twist it the other way and you see forward. If you change the orientation of where your coax is hooked up, it'll go the opposite way. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't make a difference one way or the other. But yes, you can check forward and reflect with one slug if you wanted to. All right, so back to work. What did I do with that thing? Oh, it's over here. There we go. Cool. So now I've got to pause. You open that up. Excellent. Thanks. What were those years ago? Copy that for sure. Absolutely can. Yeah, these things have been around since the 40s. What's the price on a double line section and 3 analog meter kit? I have a single line already with PL259 for mobile. Double line sections, 350. A meter itself, if you're looking for analog, analog is 160 a meter. What else did you ask? The housing is $50. Yeah, it's 160 per meter, and the housing is $50. And then if you want the sample line, I can do 20 foot of 20 foot of cheap sample line for $60, or I can do 10 foot of nicer like RG-400 sample line for the same $60. So I'm gonna have to do something real quick. Not like it's super priority. I just need to move this over just as much. And I don't want to risk this thing. That's another thing. All right. So now here, I'm gonna have to line this up real quick. Hang on. All right. They call bird meters. Yes, they are called bird meters. I have coaxial dynamics. I have bird, and I also have dielectric. Hopefully that gets a lot of your stuff answered, Shane. If you want a more detailed quote, I'm definitely happy to give you a more detailed quote. Like I said, 160 per meter, 50 for the housing, $60 per sample line. So you need 3 sample lines. The dual line section is 350, and that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure. If I'm forgetting something, I apologize in advance. All right, there is a very thin. Now this is a 1x, 2x, 5x, and a peak of add-on for the larger line sections. Do you have any tubes for linear amplifiers? Yes, I do have tubes. I have maybe a couple 500Zs. I have some 3 dash, what is it, 250s. I have some 4CX800s. I got some GU84Bs or AGU84. I've got GS35Bs. I sold all my 3000s. I've got 3CX. I might have some 3CX 15,000s. I think I have maybe a couple more 3000s. I would have to check. I may have a 10,000 tube. So yeah, I have several different 8875s. I might maybe 8874. I'm not sure. Let me go look. Hang on. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm gonna show you guys the tube anyway. I got a couple tubes over here. This is a YU158 right here. So I got a YU158, and then I have a YU209. I don't know. I thought I might have had a 8875, but I don't see it right now. Specifically, these are a little different. As far as the data sheet, I'd have to look them up. But yeah, 8875, 4CX400, 4CX800. 8875, I think, is a bit bigger than that from what I remember. I remember 8875 being very similar to the 1500 size. But I could be wrong. I'm absolutely okay with that. Let's get one of these right here. Let's measure the voltage before I put it on. I just need to get around. What we got. But yeah, I got a bunch of tubes. 9 volts is fine. 9.5, I think, what they are brand new. So pop this over in. There. So we're going to scale this thing out a few times. 1, centered, regular. What you guys see? Let me move the camera back a little bit. I think. Should I do that? Yeah, something like that, and then bump the camera up that way just a smidge. You hear them crickets making noise, man? I am not telling people to buy stuff outside of my TikTok is mad at me because I don't have a TikTok shop account. That's so annoying. I keep getting in trouble with TikTok because it says I'm, yeah, what about the 259 mod? What about the connector mod? Do you do to hook to the line section? Yes, I can do that. I do that for anybody who wants to. It doesn't cost any money whenever you're buying the RG-400. The nicer coax comes with it anyway. For a Denchon 2500. I don't know, Randy. You have to check with me. Let me look up these tubes right here. The 2500 should have two, doesn't it not? Yeah, 8875 might be like an 800. I don't know. I got 3CX 800s too. I got several of those. So let me just look it up. Whatever. Who cares? Uh, so Dentron. Svetlana. I think I remember this. There's a GI7 BT modification. Will you open up that gum you? I ain't gonna. GI7B using 8875 holes. All right, I just wanted to see this. You guys have like okay, no, 8875, I do not have those. I have some oddballs that look similar to the 8875, but I do not have those. I have some 4CX 250B, some 4CX 800s, a GU 84B, some 3CX 1500 D3s, a crazy little RCA, 4X 500, excuse me, whoops, 4X 500A, and then that's the 1500 D3. I got lots of stuff. Okay, back to work. Bird is the word. So we need to scale that out, and I need some parts. Where is my green? Where'd you go? Green right here. That's what I needed. Oh, green. This is kind of boring to some guys, not boring to others. So now, don't do that. I would like to scale this out with something different. Oh, let me do this. Da, 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 da. I got something odd going on. Nothing to do with the meter, but I'm gonna try to make it as good as I can for the customer. It's not pushing it to full scale, but I'd have to measure the impedance of this. All right, it's fine. Whatever. Move on. Next. I gotta make some progress real quick. So I just need to make sure this is where I need it to be. And I don't want to do it for this. I think I want to do it for. Uh, Actually, I'll do it for this, and then the other is what it is. That'll be fine. So, yeah. Questions? What are we talking about? All right. Next. So these. All right. So it's fine. I'll do it. I'll do it this way because I want to. Okay. Sorry, I gotta read the things. What did Pete say? What did everybody else? GI7B, Svetlana 4CX 400A are both replacements for 8635. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate you. I was not paying attention. 8875s is what they are, and then the GI7Bs are a good solution. 4CX 400s. I have 6 4CX 400s in a box right now, but I don't think I want to sell them. Just to be quite honest with you. I don't see any gray hair. I got a little bit of gray hair. I don't want to have too much, but got a little bit. Okay, so now I need to take pictures for this customer, so I can give them some references. Where is my telephone? Oh, literally sitting right here, looking at it. So I think I bought some 8875 somewhere. Let me go grab them. I'm pretty dang sure they're over here. Now, I remember I'm looking odd, and I haven't played the 8875 so much, and I thought the Agam anode looked kind of wild. So let me grab my. Oh, this is how sad I am right now with what I got going on. It is a sad situation right here at the RF supply right here. Look at this. I literally just got boxes. Yeah, you guys can see that. Boxes on boxes. And I got more too. But let me look. No, it's 8121. That's what I got right here. So I remember the anode looking similar, but it's a lot taller of an anode. And I'm not sure if the pinout is the same. But I have some 8121s. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 8121s. But no, unfortunately, no 8875s. And then I got a, look at that bugger. This is the, I think this is another GU84, but I'm not sure exactly if it's something else. Fatty candy, go back in there. It's got a socket for it right here. I'd have to look that one up. All right, but I got the 3000 F1s in there. Low moods right there. Yeah, I thought I might. be able to help you out, but nope. Unless you just find that 8121 will work. I don't know what the heck an 8121 goes in. To be honest, I thought it was oddball. What's up, troubleshooter? Waving a hand, man. Appreciate you. Go looking for at the spot meet. What D1 guy looking for? I mean, I've got all kinds of stuff. I can bring all this stuff, but I really don't want to be quite honest. I've got tons of tubes. I got probably 40 or 50 tubes. Yeah, I don't know. What are we on? TikTok? I'll bring it. Might as well. Check this out. Forgot how heavy this crap was. Not like crazy heavy. Just awkward. Awkward. Told you I had some. Alright. They're not probably worth selling, just to be quite honest, because they're in a box. It's a project box. Where the heck is my fiddle flat? Just grab one over here. This is just how much freaking stuff I've pack ratted over the years. Let's see if I can get it off though. No, it's a GS36B. So a GS36B, I think, is a 4CX400. So that is another replacement part for you. I'm pretty sure I looked it up in the past. Yep, 4CX400A. A GS36B is what you're looking for. I've got 6 of them right here, but like I said, they're in a box. You could buy the box. Probably cheaper than you could, I don't know. But yes, check it out. Let me turn this thing over. Oh. All right. That's enough playing around for today. Uh, sorry, Randy. I don't know. I'll sell the whole parts box if you want to buy that. You can get 6 tubes with it. But I probably wouldn't. Um, Probably wouldn't part it out just to sell the tubes. But I knew I had some of them boogers. All right. I'm done with this. I just need to take a few photos for this gentleman. So let me take some photos real quick. So I have some information for him. So full scale. Not full scale. Dang it. Full scale. Off full scale. Peak full scale. 2x full. 5x. Peak. 2x. Five X. All right, cool. I've got all the scales figured out right there. That's done. That's going to be taken apart, given back to the customer. They have all the parts they need. I've confirmed everything is working, and that is the best I can do for them. I mean, I could do a bit more, but for something I'm giving them for free, it's a little bit much. How much for the box? Sorry, Randy. I apologize. I'm not reading. What does an 8821 go in? You already said that earlier. I wasn't reading. I'm in front of the camera. Yeah, I was blocking everything, whatnot. All right. I probably $800 or so is what I would say, Randy. If you want to meet me at the swap meet, if you want to buy it for that, then I would sell it for $800. It does not come with a plate transformer. You would have to supply your own plate transformer, and it's sold as a project box. But yeah, there's you some extra tubes and some extra stuff and stuff to have some fun with. I bet you Randy was getting irritated with me. Here I was looking away. I wasn't even looking at his comment. How much? Sorry about that, Randy. Not me trying to be rude or nothing. Just trying to get this stuff done. All right, we'll zoom in. But that is, if that doesn't work for you and you're not looking to spend that kind of money, then absolutely, I just gave you another reference to look off of, and that might actually help you find something else there. I mean, I don't know. If it helps, it helps. Great. If you want it, awesome. Then just let me know. If you do not want it, then you have a whole nother cross reference to work with. All right. I like having stuff that I need. Yeah. So just remember GS36B or a 4CX400A. GS36B is the Russian equivalent. All right. For you, for you. El Mudo. Hello, hello. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you guys on Facebook for hanging out. I hope you guys are enjoying this stuff. Guys on what is it, YouTube land? YouTube's doing okay. They're kind of dwindling. They're dying out on us. Facebook and TikTok's holding strong. Unfortunately, I'm not though. I am fading fast. So I've got to get these two orders shipped, and then that'll be it for this setup right here. I've got more to do, but I have ran out of time to complete it. So again, if you guys can make the swap meet, I will have this meter over here available. It's not this specific one, but it'll be just like that one. If you guys want a digital bird meter, I'm going to give away a digital bird 43. It's converted over to the digital, and it's a bird 43. I'll also be giving away at least one movement, digital movement. And then I will discuss with a few guys what they think about like adding some money to it if they want me to add more to the pot. No matter what, I'm going to be giving away $825 worth of stuff. So definitely, if you've got the ability, show up. It might be worth your trip because you might get either a $525 meter setup or a $320 meter setup. So it's at the Wolfman event, October 25th. that is going to be on a Saturday. It starts at about 7 o'clock in the morning. It ends about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I said, you got to be present to win. You will not be able to hang out on my live and win one of those meters. You can only do it at that event. Put this back together. So we're putting our bird setup back together. I should have probably just grabbed this. Let me make this easy because maybe it might. Let's put that back on there instead of them not knowing. In Ohio, we've got Louisiana. I just talked to Louisiana today. He's talking about he's coming out. Texas is coming out. I think we got some Florida coming up. I know we got Tennessee coming out. North Carolina's coming out. South Carolina's coming out. There's all kinds of stuff. So, all right, where is the back? Over here. All right. That's right. Yeah. If you guys want to buy the meters, I am still selling them. I've got a bunch of digitals that I've got coming up. So if you want them, definitely get in on the order. Message me, and then I will let you know what kind of what you're looking at. I've got I think 2 or 3 left. I would be sold out already if I didn't have people wait until the event to get them. Yeah, it's in Georgia, Carnesville, Georgia. Alrighty, this has got to go to a customer. This also, wherever said also is, where did it go? I will be in Joliet, Illinois for a CB event next year. And I'll also be most likely in Dayton, Ohio for a Hamfest. So I will be up in that way sometime. I'll probably give away like hats and shirts. I probably won't give away a bird meter, but I will probably have some hats and shirts. Okay. I just pulled a bird slug. I now have to find the bird slug that I just pulled. This is the only thing bad that happens when it gets late at night. Oh, and there's the digital bird in the background. I guess you guys didn't see that. So I have digital bird, then of course the also digital bird aftermarket setup. I have to be blind. It's gotta be in front of me. So this and one of those slugs that I just pulled up. Who wants to play the wild goose chase? Where did D-Win put the slug that he needs to ship to Hawaii? That is frustrating. You got to find it. So this setup right here, I don't even know where this one's going. It's going somewhere. I'd have to look on my invoice to see where it's going. I got 3 different setups going there. The bird slug, along with I did not put it back in those boxes, so I'm happy for that. I'm just in my meter. No, it won't. They don't fit in that meter. Oh yeah, no, this one is not correct. Yeah, that I did put one in a meter earlier. So we're having a scavenger hunt. We might give away a free item to whoever can help me scavenge. Oh gosh, I don't know. It's somewhere. feel like I might have set it off to the side. I don't know why I would have, but all right. Regardless, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate all you guys. Scavenger hunt. We'll just have to wait. I'll have to scavenge on my own, and then literally beat myself up when I see it literally right in front of my face or something. Not sure that's what's going to be the case. I will see it. None of these are the correct one. None of those. These were already all populated. Nope. This is one right here, but that's not the one, I don't think. I think there's another one. No, definitely no. It's not it. This is, I can use this if I need to. I've also got an extra housing that I'm going to put it in. I just got to find it. Worst case scenario, I'm shipping this one out with it. So it's not the end of the world, but it's just, it irritates me because that's a lot of money that I just misplaced. I don't know. Ain't really much to get irritated with, really. It's just kind of laugh about it and then find it later. I'm gonna have to go back and watch my own live to figure out where I put it. Where did I set that thing? All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Yeah, it's not in this line section. It's not in here. I got a Burl 8916. Yeah, Burl tubes are a VHF tube. They are commonly used up in the higher frequencies. You're talking about 160 megahertz a lot of times. And then sometimes even higher than that. But yeah, those are VHF tubes, was what Burls are. There's some guys that's tried to use them on HF before, but they may not work out on HF properly. This combo is getting shipped out to Hawaii. I will trace down the other slug wherever the heck I set it. After I watch, I probably will go back and watch my own live to figure out where the heck I put that stupid slug. I never put stuff like that in my pocket, but whatever. All right, so this is going to Hawaii. The other one is going. Let me look. I'm kind of curious. See ya, man. Appreciate you, Steven. I'm just gonna call out wherever this other one's going because I'm kind of curious. Not that it really matters, but I just want to know. Let's go right here, there, here. It's that one and that one. That covers all this. Oh, there's the second one. This one right here. There's two of these. Goes with that order. This is going to Ohio. Oh wow. Okay. It's going over there with didn't Randy say he was in Ohio? Yeah, it's going over there to Randy in Ohio. So, all right. Appreciate y'all guys. Y'all guys have an excellent evening. I'm out of here. I've got other stuff to get done. I got shipping to get done, and I will see y'all guys later. So, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for checking out the video, and I appreciate all y'all. If y'all need anything, give me a shout. If you like the video enough, push the like button, and maybe it'll show you some more of them. Or just follow me if you like all my stuff. Appreciate y'all. Thanks. See you later. Oh, another stage. All right, so let's do the fancy stuff on the YouTube and Facebook because I can. Bam. Ending the stream.